Hey, hi, this is Marco. I'm a PGI consultant, and in this video, I want to challenge the idea that reading books will change your life. Does it really? If you are a person who is eager to grow and develop as an entrepreneur, a business owner, a network marketer, an affiliate marketer, whatever business you are running, or are just searching for information because you want to improve your life and you really like personal development, business development, leadership development, and leadership skills, looking to grow as a person, as a business owner, as a leader, then you've seen videos or posts like read 100 books a year, reading changed my life, reading will change your life, reading will open your mind, etc. But does it really change your life? Let's have a look at what the process of reading is and what it actually does and what it influences. Because we have to look at reading from a certain angle and a certain perspective. And for that sake, I'd like to take this stick person. Let's this stick person represent your mind or our mind, mine as well. So the whole stick person is our mind. Let's say that this is our mind, which is a very simplistic way of looking at our mind, but it makes things easier to explain. So let's start with, just one second. Let's start with the upper circle. The upper circle is divided in half, and the upper part of that circle is our conscious mind. The lower part is our subconscious mind. And our subconscious mind is connected here, perhaps you can see it here, to our body. So our body is basically the instrument of our subconscious mind. So what happens when we read? What does the mind do? So when we read, we use these 5 antennas, which represent our sensory factors. We can see, hear, smell, taste, and touch, right? So we use these sensory factors when we read, and through these sensory factors, we do think. We gather knowledge, we think logically, we get to know and understand, and through these sensory factors, knowledge and information is stored in our conscious mind. So when we do read and we store information, we use our logic and experience to understand what information we've read. And that's a good thing, because through reading, we really expand our awareness. That's definitely true. And it helps us to understand more, to see more, like opportunities or things that are connected. So it really supports our logic. However, if we read books and get more and more knowledge and understanding, it will not directly influence our subconscious mind. Why is that important? Because, as I mentioned before, our subconscious mind is connected to our body, and our body is the instrument of our mind, of our subconscious mind. So the true ruler of our behaviors, of our habits, of our beliefs is our subconscious mind. So the habits or the behavior or the way we take action or we do not take action is defined by what's in our subconscious mind. It's not about the body. The body is just an instrument. And that's very important to understand, that if we use our conscious mind, that doesn't mean that we are using or influencing our subconscious mind at the same time. So just reading will not necessarily have an impact on our subconscious mind. Because in our subconscious mind, as I mentioned, there are habits, beliefs, and behaviors stored. All of this, that's a multitude of habits. We call that paradigm. So unless we change that paradigm, nothing is going to change. And the paradigm is stored in a section of our subconscious mind. Our paradigms basically rule our body, basically rule our behavior, basically rule everything that we do, every action that we take. The paradigm is ruling. So unless we change the paradigm, nothing is going to change. So just reading books will give you great benefits and will help you expand your awareness. It will help you get the knowledge that you need. Of course, if you're building a business, if you're doing marketing, if you're creating a website, if you're creating a landing page or a lead magnet, you need the knowledge on how to do things, right? The how-to is really the knowledge that you get, but the how-to will not make you do it. The paradigm is going to do that, and the paradigm is the ruler. So we have to find a connection. How can we use our conscious mind to influence our subconscious mind? Just reading will not do the trick. So what can we then do to close that knowing-doing gap? Because the knowing-doing gap is the subconscious mind. We want to do something, which our body does, right? We want to behave in a certain way. We want to take action in a certain way. And we know how to do that. We've read all the books. We've watched all the videos. We've taken courses. We've gone to school. We've done our degrees, whatever that is. But the action is missing. The behavior that we show, the behavior that we have is not in alignment with what we know. Like we have more information stored in our mind, in our conscious mind, than we are actually using. And the knowing-doing gap, that gap between what we know and what we do becomes bigger. Why? Because we know more, but we do not necessarily do more. So what can we do to bridge that gap, to close it? There are 3 steps that I'd like to share how and what you can do. The first thing, step number 1, is try to read one book several times instead of reading several books one time. Try challenging yourself. Let's say challenge yourself to read one book 10 times in a row, over and over again. My mentor, Bob Proctor, he read Think and Grow Rich hundreds of times, over and over again. He started in the 60s and did not stop till he passed. So I've read several books several times. Think and Grow Rich, I didn't yet read it enough times, but I'm in the process of. I've read The Science of Getting Rich, I think 8 or 9 times, and every single time I've read it, something different popped up, something new was there. And let's say I coach and mentor people in leadership, in business, network marketing, and marketing in general, entrepreneurs. And we work through this book, Thinking into Results, and which was created by Bob Proctor and Sandy Gallagher, by the way. And every single time our clients go through this book for the first time, they're confused. When they go back the second time, every single person said, this sentence or this paragraph wasn't there when I read it the first time, when I went through it the first time. And all of our clients do read every lesson several times while working through that lesson. So they have a aha moment even when they go through it a second, a third time. I'm working through this book right now, I don't know which time, and still things pop out where I say, oh, wow, that's so mind-blowing. So try read one book several times instead of reading several books one time. Do read different books. Keep on reading different books, but focus on reading the books several times, because reading like that will support a different approach, a different thinking. Step number 2, do the exercises in the book that you're reading. Perhaps you know the book Think and Grow Rich. Perhaps you've heard of it from Napoleon Hill. Perhaps you've read it already. And I've met a lot of people who have read the book. And I asked them, have you done the exercise, the 6-step exercise in chapter 2? And they say no. And I ask, why not? Why should I? I've read the book, I know what's in the book, and that's it. The problem is they gathered knowledge and nothing happened. They kind of think they have everything they need because they've understood the book, they have understood what's in the book, but they have not done the exercise. The exercises that are in this book are amazing. So by doing the exercise, by reading the book over and over again, this is when we breach that gap, when we close that gap, and where we implement what we've known. We implement the knowledge into our subconscious mind, which changes the behavior. So do the exercises when you read the books and take the time. Yes, it will take longer to read it or to finish the book, but it will be well worth it. Making notes from the book is also a great idea but not just taking sentences out of it, but describing what you've read, and then also taking that and implementing in your routine, like really using the knowledge that you've gotten from the book. And this is the third step. It's really focusing on the implementation of the ideas and the information you've learned from the book. It's very important to do so because we have been taught that gathering information, learning, is the most important thing. We gather information in school, we gather information in studies at the university. Even if we keep on studying, we gather information, but seldom we do use it. Although some studies do have applied teaching, and that's a really good thing. However, it's not always working or not always supporting, but the idea is crucial. It's about implementing what you've learned right away, which gives you the confidence as well, which builds that faith and trust in yourself and your knowledge and what you've learned. And this is how we close that gap as well. So in school, we've been taught that learning is the most important part, but it's not. It's more than that. We have to implement what we've learned, and that's really important. So reading alone will not change your life, but it will certainly help you to change it. It will help you to understand, expand your awareness, and also know what to do, because that's crucial. You have to know what to do, and you know it. But you have to do it. Just by reading and gathering more and more, this will not help you. If we start to understand how our mind works, we do understand that we have to make one more step. It's about not just reading, but it's about taking what we've read, taking the information and implementing it. Regardless of that, if it's good or if we are, proficient at the implementation, taking action. For example, doing videos. I'm still learning and I'm happy with that. And I'm still going. That's something pretty new for me as well. So we become better by implementing it. However, the understanding of our mind and the process is crucial, because if we understand how our mind works, we are going to be able, or we are able to use these amazing tools more effectively. This is where we raise our effectiveness. We raise our effectiveness not just for ourselves personally, but because we raise the effectiveness of how we apply and use the tools that we have, our business grows, our life becomes better, we start feeling better, we start earning more, we start having more success, because we grow and become better as a whole person. And this is the power of understanding the processes of our mind. If you found this topic valuable, hit the like button, I would really appreciate, or comment below if you'd like to hear some other topics that you would like me to talk about, or if you have any feedback or comments about what I've shared today, I would appreciate your comments as well. So enjoy the new process of reading, adding some tips and tricks here, and really digging in deeper. This is Marco. Thank you for watching and liking.